Well, we have a beautiful, beautiful birch and aspen forest here. Probably mostly birch. It's been a long winter, and you can tell even the animals are sick of the winter because the poor little things are they're being forced to chew on bark. I mean, sometimes they do that just as a supplement to their diet, but I've been here before and I haven't seen it, so they're getting tired of winter just like us. Yep, Canada. It's a cold place. Well, that's quite a structure. It almost looks like a blind, but it's just a natural formation. Kind of cool. So it's pretty dense through here. It's clearing out over there. If we look behind me, it is some thick bush, and it's hard to pick your way through here snowshoeing because these bloody prickly ash, all these nice little fellows over there that you see are well, they're prickly. They snag snowshoes, they snag pants and coats. Yeah, they're finally opening up ahead of me. It's a neighbor's field, and we're heading up there, which you can't see because of the brush, but there's a nice hill and really cool trails up there. I hear doves and crows, all kinds of things. It's beautiful. Here and filming too long because there's a bloody stiff breeze coming off the field here, but this here is just part of the huge snowmobile or skidoo trail network in Ontario. And in the summertime, gosh, my dog loves to run through this field. She's like a freaking gazelle. Doberman pinscher. Yeah, okay, wind is howling. Here we are, walking up to the hill. The Skidoo Trail continues down there through the forest, and I'm going to go on up that way and then come around back through here. I think maybe along the way I may stop and bring myself a cup of coffee because I came prepared. Well, there's the little gateway to paradise. Hopefully the wind will die down a little bit because it is probably hard to pick up on camera, but it's blowing good. There's not much in the way of sun, it's pretty covered up. Alright, here's a peek back down the hill I just came up. Yeah, it's not too much, but for a fat old guy like me with an artificial hip, yeah, it was a good workout. And we're heading off this way. Hunting is pretty big out here in the country, and that is where my neighbors have a deer stand. So they'll climb up that tree and sit quietly and wait for something to come along. And now we're going downhill. Best part! Yay! This sure is a pretty place. It's a little barren, but it's so peaceful and quiet in here. Not that my life as a writer is very hectic, but sometimes it's nice to disconnect from the internet and just come out and enjoy nature. And yeah, what the hell am I doing with the camera? Well, I figured I'd share with some of my friends some of the terrain around my house. See, things are opening up quite a bit. Getting close to the road. Well, you just missed this little mouse. Yeah, why am I showing you when there's nothing to see? Anyway, I think even the mice are having a tough spring. He just burrowed way under that little ledge of ice there. There, I'm headed back out to where the snowmobile trail is, and I think I'll find a spot to sit down. Snowmobile trail by these cleverly designed signs. You know, just imagine this with a lot more snow. And gosh, I used to have a lot of fun riding on these trails. But they're great now for, you know, hiking. Still enough to do a bit of snowshoeing. I wouldn't want to cross-country ski on these main paths here, but back where I came from was just fine. My more knowledgeable friends with regards to plant lore and stuff will know that pine needles, especially white pine needles, you can also use spruce and other things, but white pine needles are an excellent source of vitamin C. In fact, a cup of them brewed in hot water has more vitamin C than a cup of orange juice, apparently. And when the Canadians, the British first came here to explore Canada, they were dying of scurvy, and the natives gave them some of this tea, and it may have also had pine bark in it as well, because it also contains vitamin C as well. So yeah, anyway, the pine tree, a lifesaver. I need exploring a little side trail here. One of the things I love about these forests here, these dense cedar forests, it's so dark and gloomy even on a, well, it's not a sunny day, but, and it probably looks lighter than it is on the video here, but I always found that comforting. I'm going to do a quick video about what's in my bag. I'm looking in the camera, that I take with me when I'm out on hikes or snowshoeing or whatnot. So here it is. The bag is a 511 Moab Rush 6, and it's a decent sized bag. I've added a few things. I've added a water bottle holder on the side that attaches via the MOLLE, and I put a dump pouch here, and this little fella just opens up and expands into a big bag, and this is designed to hold spent cartridges for people, you know, going to a gun range or whatnot. On the front of the bag I have my indispensable Mora bushcraft knife, which is a fantastic blade with a fire starter and with a sharpener. I also keep a Phoenix flashlight on the front here, and in the front pocket here I keep a variety of things. I've got a very tiny survival kit. I've got some bandanas, survival blankets, some extra meds, just a few bits and bobs. A whistle. By the way, thanks to Vincent Enlund for these beautiful patches. Modern day Molnar. And this fella here, which I have on my bag. So, in the top, I've got a portable flashlight here, just a little, these little tiny ones that's activated by swiping. It's great, just in case I, happen to need something in my bag when it's dark. Also got a little whistle here on the outside, mainly just for the thermometer. That's actually what I wanted it for. Got a carabiner on the top just to clip my bag places. Inside the bag. This is my fire kit, and I've got all kinds of things in here. I've got a really good windproof lighter. I've got some tinder, etc. I keep some coffee and protein bars in here. Here I keep some essentials like a schmog and a few other bits and bobs, all in a dry bag. I keep a rain poncho. It's a Silnai rain poncho, so that'll go over everything plus a backpack, or I can use it as a rain tarp, and I hear you can even use them as a poncho or excuse me, not a poncho, as a hammock in a pinch, but I've never tried that. And I keep one of these bivvies and a decent first aid kit. I'm not going to do surgery, but in case I get hurt out here. And some paracord, of course. Now let's take a peek at the dry bag. I have this foldable, portable baseball cap just if I need to keep the sun off my face. There you see the schmog down here, which you can use for a million different things. Use it as a scarf, water filtration, whatnot. Paracord bracelet, and I also put some Ranger bands, aka cut slices of inner tube on there. I have this Phoenix headlamp band, so my little Phoenix flashlight can go there in case I want to use it as a headlight, which really is the preferred method if you're out trouncing about in the dark. I've got a spare watch with a digital compass, just in case. Extra water bottle. I have a steel canteen, but in case I want to boil water and then let it cool and put it into something else to drink, I've got it. And I've got a pair of heavy-duty work gloves, so that if I need to mess with stuff like this damn prickly ash, I can do that. Anyway, that's about it. Not the best video in the world, but I just figured I'd share all that good stuff with you gear geeks like me. With the snowshoes in the frame. Alright, back to hiking. Two things I forgot to mention. There's an extra pouch up here on the Rush 6-pack, but I don't use it. It just seems inconvenient. What I did do was attach a Maxpedition Remora, I think it's called the Remora, just on there, and it slides up and down, and I usually just put my iPhone in there. But yeah, I don't actually use that particular compartment. Now, the second thing I forgot to tell you was that I'm no Les Stroud. Les, I wish I was you in terms of your survival skills and your musical skills. You're pretty good. But yeah, I have to carry a little SAS survival guide in case my arse gets into the frying pan. That's a little tip I wanted to share with you guys. It's really easy to lose things, especially in deep snow, so always make sure you've got your stuff tethered to you. Even my trusty Swiss Army knife here, which I use quite frequently, I've got a long cord. I also happen to have a piece of Gorilla Tape, or a roll of Gorilla Tape wrapped around the cord just for the, you know, whatever other purposes I might need. But you can see I have it attached to my pack strap here, so that if I do lose it, it's not going to go falling into deep snow, because I mean sometimes, you know, the snow can be several feet deep and you're not getting stuff out of there. Good luck finding it. Leaving the nice woods again, and on the snowmobile trail here, back through the big fields. And I actually walked all the way around the hill in a circle, a couple of miles, so I'm breathing hard. I just did almost a sprint. So this is a cairn of stones that farmers took out of the field and piled here probably 200, 300 years ago. And about 30 years ago, I used stones from this cairn to build the floor of a fireplace. So anyway, just a little trivia. Plus, stone cairns are pretty cool. Who knows what dwells beneath? Gateway to the underworld? Fairy folk? My first and probably last snowshoe expedition of the year. Hope you enjoyed the video. 1,375 calories snowshoeing. What do you eat, or what do you drink? Protein shake with kale. Yes, I love kale. And blueberries, good antioxidants. Whoa.